So this is my motor that I ran last summer. I'm probably going to run it for a while this summer here. Be the secondary motor if I try to go with two of them. It's a ST-185 home light brush cutter slash trimmer. I have a ST-285, basically same exact motor, 25cc, Walbro carb on it. The 285 has a little different shaft that comes out of the actual trimmer itself. But so a couple things before I get going on I'm gonna try to keep it to maybe just 2 movies or something after this one on start to finish making your weed whipper bike. But for first, with this guy, this is your flywheel, and then just normal bicycle peg. And you see these holes, that's when you take off your actual recoil. You're going to have dogs, they're going to catch from the plastic recoil. So you pull those out with channel locks or vice grips, and then I put the guy in a vise and see if we can get to where a magnet is there. That's mainly what you don't want to get into. So I just stayed a 1/4 inch high with my fins all around and cut it down right with a hacksaw. And that's from what I'm seeing and stuff, it's supposed to be an improvement just for weight of the flywheel spinning, and it's not needed. All those fins are just to draw air into the case of the weed whipper itself, so you don't need it at all anymore. And they kind of keep you down to having to use a certain size of peg. So right now, with it cut like that, I can put a peg or anything. I've seen another guy online, I don't remember who did it, but they used a rubber engine mount or body mount off of a truck or something. But so you could, maybe if you're using a 30cc motor, which is definitely a bear to try to crank over by foot power. So I've tried, I still got the motor sitting, maybe that'd be another project. But so right now with this motor, 25cc on my Haro Zippo, I'm getting about 36-37 miles an hour, which is just pretty freaking good as far as I'm concerned. But you can see down in there, that's your actual nut. This one isn't. I think this is a metric lock nut that I actually put in there. But you can use the actual nut that's about this long, and then it's going to have the shaft built into it for the square drive shaft for the weed whipper itself. But you can put your peg right back onto that. Trying to make your own. You really don't want to have vibration going on and wobbles and that kind of thing. So bike peg's pretty well balanced already for you, treaded. Definitely need something, any sort of water with these, and they lose traction in a hurry. So you really don't want to have a gnarly, real heavy tread on there either, because it's just going to eat your tire up if it does slip. So that's one thing. Just basically hinges off the bike right here. Another one of my videos, you can see I made a bracket that'll actually mount to your seat post, so you don't have to weld to your bike. On the way it's set up on mine right now, it is welded onto the bike. But, another thing is try to use an older weed whipper. They're heavier. This one has been cracked, but she's repaired and it works good. I mean, it's not an issue. But if you get into these newer home lights where it's a slanted case right here, crankcase, if you look in there, there's no bearing at the bottom of the piston arm. It's just metal to metal bushings. So you're not going to be able to put much abuse to it in the first, And another thing with those is that they come, if you are going to use that one, make a cage for it, add 20 pounds to your bike with a bunch of extra metal, whatever. But if you want to do that, still use that, then you're most likely going to have to get another carburetor, because the ones that come with the newer home lights and any newer, any 2-cycle anything, are real unadjustable from California emission standards and stuff. This is your high, that's your low, that's what you want, and you definitely are going to have to be adjusting the hell out of them to get them tuned in. It's going to run different. You're not going to have a good running weed whipper, put it on a bike, and it's going to drive your bike. You got to tune them different, definitely, to get the torque out of them. So yeah, I guess anybody's got any questions on getting their own guy moving here, let me know. Subscribe, please, and yeah, stay tuned. There'll be 2 more videos here on start to finish, and then maybe a 3rd additional video for the 2 motor design there. Thinking just how this hinges here, this is short, and then basically my next one, the first motor in line off the bike will be a U-shaped, I believe, and then so that this one will pivot off of that, and then the tire will ride like that, if you can understand what I'm saying. But these motors are multi-positional. It can run any direction it wants. It's all in the carburetor, as long as you're not trying to run something that has an actual bowl and a float in it. Then they basically can go any direction, flip her upside down, put her on the front tire, whatever. Yeah, so that's it for today, and we'll be getting some new videos moving here quick.